Are your glues gloppy? Are your adhesives appalling? Well, have you heard of Thixo 2.0? You're about to. And let me tell you right now, it's not just about the tip. But that's a big part of it, actually, because the tip mixes it. It's a whole thing. We'll get into that. Now, you might have questions. A big one might be, what the heck is Thixo? Well, Thixo is a thickened epoxy, which means it's a little thicker than regular epoxy. And if you didn't pick that up based on the fact that it's called Thixo, well, maybe you should pay closer attention. If you're like me, I'm not doing big epoxy pours. I don't need to mix up gallons of this stuff and pour it inside river tables or over the top of cutting boards. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm about. But there are times in life when I need a little bit of epoxy. The thing I love Thixo for is filling voids in tabletops. Let's say you got a little knot hole and you don't want to mix up a bunch of epoxy, and if you do, you got to make sure to tape the bottom of the table so that it doesn't run through there, and then you got to worry about air bubbles and hitting it with a heat gun. It sounds like a headache. Thixo, because it is so thick, you can just squeeze a little bit out of the tip. It mixes right in there. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. You get what you need, nothing you don't. And the cool thing is you can tint this just like regular epoxy. You add a little color in there. You want black, you got black. You want blue, you got blue. You want red? Well, maybe you should use a different color because red's ugly. But you can fill your little knots, your voids, use a putty knife, come back later, sand it down. No air bubbles, no running through the bottom of your table. Bam, wham, thank you, Mom.